Hi everybody, this is Darby Girl 03, Beauty for a Lifetime. I'm going to do something very different for me today. Not so different for YouTube, but different for me. I'm here in a whole new setting in front of my makeup table, and I'm going to do a basic makeup video for you. It was requested by tayNashton. They're young girls who thought that I had a very natural looking makeup look, and so they wanted to see exactly how I did it. Now, this is the way I apply my makeup. It's not the professional way to do it, but it's the way I apply it. The video today is also going to be able to be applied to people anywhere from teenagers to people in their 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm going to be using makeup that best fits my personal needs, but I'll talk about some other makeups in the down bar. Actually, I'll talk about them right now. If you're a young girl, I would say that I think it's called, I know it's CoverGirl, and I think it's called Clean Makeup, that line. I will definitely put a link to it in my bottom bar. They have wonderful, nice light foundations and wonderful eyeshadows, blush, and things like that. It's just really a great line for a young girl because you have such amazing beauty at 13, 14, up into your 20s. You don't want to hide that. You want to enhance it. And a lot of the makeup I use is used to hide and camouflage and to fix the problems up. So here we go. I hope it's not too long. The first thing I do is, if I take my glasses off, you can see that I have some really dark eyes. So we're going to be taking care of those and doing some other things. The first thing I do after I make sure my hands are completely washed is to put my hair back so that I can actually put the makeup on. I grab a primer. I use different primers. I use Urban Decay, but today I'm using the Smashbox, get that right, Smashbox primer. And I just take a little bit, probably the size of a pea, and I put it on both hands, and I rub it in gently, 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 gently to my whole face, making sure that it's on my chin, around my nose, my lips, everywhere. And sometimes, as I'm going to today, I'll probably, well, maybe I won't, grab a little bit more. And then, just because I don't like to get makeup on any of my stuff at all, I grab a wet wipe. So I use my wet wipe, and I use my wet wipes quite frequently, as you're going to see throughout this video. I have a towel, but right now I'm just drying my hands off, so I put that back. The next thing I do is I take my foundation. Right now I'm using Estee Lauder in, I believe it's sand or warm sand. I'm not sure which one that is, and I can't really see without my glasses. I just take a couple little squirts, and I put one on each side, and then I work it in to my face. This is a very, very nice foundation. It leaves you with a nice powdery look. It is full coverage, and it just gives you a great pizzazz. And for anybody out there, you really should push up on your skin, not the downward motions that I tend to be using a little bit right now, because it's just better to pull your skin up and out and do it really gently. I like to do my foundation with my hands because I think that it just gives me a better overall look. I know a lot of people love to use the brushes, but I'm just not a brush girl. I'm really not, and so I tend to not use the brushes as much. Okay, and I don't want too heavy of a look, so I just kind of make sure that it's everywhere, and I do put it on my eyes because I do have such dark eyes. And my eyes darkness varies, as most of yours probably varies, because someday I get more sleep than others. And so lately it's been a season of my youngest daughter's graduating from high school. We had a graduation party last week. We have family coming in this week, and I'm just not getting as much sleep as I really need. So there you have my foundation. Wiping my hands off again. I told you I do that an awful lot. I then use my Boing concealer. And this really takes care of the dark circles around my eyes. And it's just a really nice coverage for me to use. I hope you can see. I hope you can see this. I've never done this before, so I have no idea what I'm doing. And I just kind of work that in a little bit. Put it on my other eye. Cover up some of the darkness. Doesn't get rid of all the darkness right now because I've got a lot of darkness. But I do that. And I would say if you're a young person with not real dark eyes, e.l.f. concealer works really, really well at this point. If you need to conceal some pimples or some dark circles or red issues, that works really, really well. And the next thing I do then is I take a little bit of my powder, and I'm using, what I use for my finishing powder is the CoverGirl Radiance. And I just take, whatever brush, a little bit, and just put a little bit of powder. And that's so that if I get any fallout at all from my eyeshadow, that I can just brush it away more easily. It's a little trick that works really well. So that's what I do there. Let's see, the next thing I do is take care of my eyebrows. Now you can see, hello, my eyebrows aren't that great. So what I do is I just use the Maybelline, and I use a little brush that comes in the Maybelline, and I just give myself some definition on my eyebrows. Again, I will say, if anybody is just turning on now, I do not claim to be professional in what I'm doing. I claim to be doing what is comfortable and works for me to give me the look that I really, really want to achieve. And I do hope this is all coming out in the video. It's a whole new thing for me. I've never done a video like this before. So, spin my trusty mirror around here to see if I like the look. And it's not too bad. Fix it up a little bit here. Okay, and there you have my eyebrows. Next thing I do is I take my Urban Decay Primer Potion. Now, I understand that e.l.f. has a really good primer potion too, although I've not yet tried it. So if you're on a budget, I'd say go ahead and try the e.l.f. Primer Potion. I just put a little on there. Okay, more than a little probably. Probably I'll say more than I should, but it works well for me again. And then I just work it in. Now, actually, I made a mistake. Normally, what I do is I put the primer on before I put my eyebrows on. So, if you were, I just got confused today. But I put the primer on before, most of the time before I put my eyebrows on. Because then I don't have a problem with getting the primer in my eyebrows. And just let that sit a second.